So optional scan the sanctuary for clues, or optional find a discreet way to learn Knight's plan. So I cannot hit the G button. Do not scan for the love. Citadel Economics Board, case report on subject 2182, flash crash, nicknamed the Ilium Sinkhole. Thousands of stock prices collapsed overnight, destroying the value of approximately 1.2 million personal accounts. Responsibility was later traced to a rogue virtual intelligence developed for the Ilium stock market, whose sentence had been illegally modified. Rela Tepagis, a senior white hat hacker at the Bank of Nos Astra, gave forceful testimony on the rising use of such AI, VI, virtual intelligence, yes, which makes decisions in milliseconds that affect financial markets across Citadel space, often based on news stories that a non-synthetic stockbroker would know to ignore. As far as the VI knows, it's just moving numbers around. Hodges testified it might even find that personally fulfilling in ways organic life can't understand. But for us, a decimal point can be the difference between riches and ruin. Interesting. That's the thing. I've actually been doing a lot of study into AI recently for reasons that will make sense in a few months. But one, I would highly suggest a movie, which is, I've mentioned this before, which is Ex Machina. So good. But one of the things that is so crucial about the Turing test, which is the test that you use to determine whether a thing is an AI or not, or rather if something is living or not, I think it's a better way to put it, is an AI, or in this case, a virtual intelligence in that report, doesn't come up with solutions to problems the same way that a human would. For example, in the game, the Turing test is a really good example because it proves this point very well. It has a very Portal-like puzzle. There is a little pad, a pressure pad that you stand on and it opens the door. But when you get off of it, the door closes. And then there on the other side of a wall with a door and windows, there is a box. So obviously, naturally, you're like, okay, I need to get the box and put it on the pressure pad. And you try to do it, you pick up the box, you go over to the door won't open because you have the box in your hands. And you look over at the windows have no glass. So you take the box, you throw it through the window, you open the door, you get to the other side, you pick up the box, you put it on the pressure pad, door opens, you're able to walk through. Easy puzzle, right? They make a good point that an AI wouldn't think to ever take the box and put it through the window. The AI would then instead look down at the pressure pad, realize all it needs is a little bit of weight and the door opens. So I'm going to disconnect my arm, put the arm on the pressure pad, and walk through the door. Isn't that such an interesting, different way of considering how things work? And that is, at its core, the difference between an AI and a human, and that's what that was trying to describe there. I love this stuff. Then again, I also have a degree in philosophy, so that it's kind of what I like talking about.
Oh, welcome. I'm Laveria. I'm so glad Knight's virus worked. Do you need anything?
What's night planning? What brought you here? Let's just go down the list.
Sounds like Knight is taking all this to the next level.
Oh, yes. Very soon now.
Has she told you anything?
Not much. Alain, her son, would know more.
Okay, so we need to talk to him.
Why did you join Knight's movement?
I know. Me, an underground hacker? Back home, I was a concierge on the Citadel. I coded games for my little sisters. They played together, walked to school together. And when those Geth machines attacked the Citadel, the Geth impaled them on spikes. Together.
Shit, that's awful.
That's why I left for Andromeda, and why I joined Knight.
Okay.
It's a relief to be free, but Sam wasn't so bad. Each AI is different.
None of the Geth who attacked the Citadel stopped the others from hurting my little sisters.
I'm sorry. Sam would have been sorry too.
Really? It would? Well, thank you.
See you later, Laveria.
Bye. Come by anytime.
Interesting.
This must be tough to hear, Sam.
Those AI are the product of a different civilization. Ours will be founded on organic, synthetic partnership. I bridge the hard-earned lessons of the past and the promise of the future.
I love this stuff. I love this so much. Intelligence and Introspection by Dr. K. Knight. Nye? Yeah, that's it. At the Century Gallery on Kithoy Ward, I could step into a booth and artificially experience rain as a Turian feels it. Elsewhere, I could smell like an Elcor or hear like a Durrell. But there is no booth where I could think like an artificial intelligence. Try it. Imagine being 2 or 3 times as intelligent as you are now. You're likely already approaching the level of considered genius for your species. Now keep going. 10 times, 20 times. The mind reels, doesn't it? And you still aren't as intelligent as an AI. Now consider how differently such a mind might perceive and interpret the world compared to how you understand it. Think how differently a sonnet might seem, or a sunset. Then ask yourself, what would such a mind make of our morality? The value of organic life. My lab partners evolved 1,000 light years away, but make no mistake. It is life on our servers, which is truly alien. That's an interesting
Looks like
conclusion.
Knight's personal console. Sam, can you get into it?
Yes, but my access will trigger the AI detector. You'll only have one chance.
Okay. Let's wait until we know what we're looking for.
Good call. Re AI detector. Thank you for the ELIZA data. It's so obvious when you run a comparison. The Geth, the SAMs, all our data shows that working AI produce a detectable electromagnetic pattern. It's similar to brain activity in organic life, different cases, but a distinct signature. I even tested it against a basic VI. They're not even close. So, blathering aside, the answer is yes. All we need is sensors that pick up the EM pattern of an AI operating nearby or interfacing with a Pathfinder implant, and we got a detector. Child's play. How's your virus coming along? Yes, that was the console. Thank you. Through the door. Oh, okay. Well, that's convenient. So, I almost hit G to look around. Whew, that was close.
You must be Ryder. Alain. My mother's in charge around here. But you're a celebrity. Sorry I can't show you around. I'm stuck sitting here for a few more hours.
Are you okay?
Is something wrong?
I'm fine. Just good old Project Overlord. Still kicking me when I'm down. When Mom has... Nope. Can't talk about that. Do you need anything?
See, I gotta coerce him. Let's talk about his condition first.
If it's all right, can I ask you why you need all these machines?
I had a serious infection in my nervous system. I used spinal implants to walk and, bathroom stuff. But while my mother was working on Project Overlord, my implants got hacked. They still work. I just have to sync them a few hours a day.
Okay, interesting.
Anything you can tell me about Project Overlord?
Black Ops guys trying to make a VI human hybrid. They hired my mother as a programmer. They told me I was a candidate for the human part. And, hey, not like my body was doing me any favors. But my implants got hacked, and Mum said we're leaving. Lucky me. Overlord went downhill fast.
Your mother seems to have plans.
Mum's always got plans. A big one's coming up.
Nothing else you can tell me?
I would. But you just arrived. I learned the hard way. Trust has to be earned.
Okay, goodbye.
I've got to go.
You know where I'll be.
Okay, build
Pathfinder,
a curative
I believe we
device.
can fix Alain's implants. I have schematics for an appropriate device. It will require time and resources.
Or I could start scanning, but that's risky.
So, back to the Nomad. And we'll make that thing. I do really like this mission. I think it touches on some really cool ethical and interesting conversations. And it also brings to question the question of Sam in this game. Like, he's always there. He's kind of always watching, and there's things that questions that need to be raised about that are very interesting, and conversations that can be had about that. Obviously, we're having them, but it's just such a cool little quest.
Giles said he wanted to see you.
Oh, does he have his door closed? Actually, you know what? Come here. Can I talk to you?
The swelling has gone down significantly, and I seem to be able to talk normally again.
Good. Keep me updated. And remember, cool food and liquid only. Nothing spicy.
Thank you, Lexi.
Lexi and her rules, huh?
Hey, I respect Lexi and her rules. She takes care of us. Without her, I might still be wheezing and trying not to choke in my fat tongue.
What?
Have you ever heard of the lick test? Back before scanners were portable, Earth scientists would employ this test in the field. They used it to tell rocks from fossils and get a basic idea of their mineral composition.
You licked a rock, didn't you?
I was distracted and forgot it was a Helios rock. I do it unconsciously. When I was little, my father and I would go on expeditions. The lick test was a huge part of it. He made science fun for me. Your mother was something of a scientist, wasn't she?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
She was. It's still difficult to talk about her. We all took her passing hard.
I'm sorry. I hope it helps to know that what she and your father achieved with Sam is truly astounding.
Thank you.
I left my parents back home. They told me they were proud of me, and then lived out their lives while I slept.
If I were them, I'd be proud too. You came here for the sake of science. That takes courage. Some crazy, but mostly courage. I'm sure they knew that.
Thank you, Ryder. I needed that.
Anytime.
That was a cool little conversation.
Ket genetics defies everything we know. They're bits of different species, and yet all Ket. It's bizarre, horrifying, fascinating, all at once.
Just think, while you're poking around in their genetics, they're probably doing the same with ours.
Huh. Wonderful. That's me never sleeping again.
I should get back to things.
Sounds good.
She's fun. I like her character. Did I ever need to talk to Callow? I believe I did.
Oh, the ship manual's useful. That leg of my workbench needed propping up.
Damn.
If you bothered reading it, you'd know that the Tempest is an orchestra of new tech. You can't just meddle with...
I got this ship launch ready in record time, Callow. I know my stuff.
And you don't have a shred of respect for other people's.
Damn.
Callow.
Oh, Ryder. Sorry you had to hear that.
Awkward.
What can I do for you?
Okay, nothing. You just do you.
I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll be.
Yeah, I will. Okay, so let's make this thing. She wants to talk to me. Oh, damn it. Damn it. I was hoping that it was going to work. It didn't. Oh, it's because she's wandering around out here. Research center, development. Make one of these. Craft. Okay. Cool. So we build it. Find a discreet way to learn Knight's Print. Well, now we can go down and be like, Sip Dog.
Do it. I've run all the tests. It's non-toxic. If we're going to live here, someone has to take the plunge and actually try to eat things.
You are gonna die.
Dr. Tapero, please do something.
Don't do it,
Now orbiting
Susie.
Kadara. You told on me. I thought we were friends. You, sir, are uninvited from all my parties.
Amazing. So obviously we're headed back down. We'll go turn in this quest. I thought it took me to the Nexus. I could be completely wrong. Maybe it's another quest on Kadara that takes me to either way. We got to go back to the Nexus regardless. So that's definitely a priority. But we did have this mission and it's been really fun to do. So I may as well continue down this line of thought, right? I do kind of wish that I could just like go straight to the slumps. That's another thing. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Confirm. I mean, it is kind of frustrating that I have to loading screen. I mean, it's an effective loading screen. Loading screen down to the planet. Then obvious loading screen down to the Badlands. It's unfortunate. But I can see why they did it. You can tell that... You can always tell which... which planets they did first. Right? So you look at, like, Eos, right? That's obviously one of the first planets they did because they knew it was going to be at the beginning of the game. Plus, that, like, red rock kind of planet, the Mars-like planet, although actually habitable with a good atmosphere, relatively, was in all of the promotional stuff leading up to, or not promotional, all of the original, like, teasers and stuff for the game. So you get into a situation where it's clear that that was the first planet they did. And like the main spot...
What should I do when Sid refuses to acknowledge me? Very helpful, thanks.
Amazing. Anyways, so you get into a situation where you realize that when you go on to Eos for the first time, and Vold, I think Vold is another good example. The spot that you...
This area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
I hate you sometimes, Sam. The spot that you do a lot of your questing, or like the main cities and towns, that stuff is... You know, Vold is, I guess, a really good example of this. The first place you go is that hangar with all of the Angarans. And while you're there... That's where all of the quests are. That's where all the people are. Whereas on Kadari, you have an entire different, like, upper city that has all that. So it feels like they learned from creating the first two planets, like, there's a lot of assets on this planet. It takes a long time to load. So let's break it into two. But unfortunately, now there are two loading screens. So there's, like, a benefit and a negative thing that comes with both of those. I think I kind of prefer it all as one, but that's just me. It's not always the most optimal way to do it.
Ella? I put a little something together. This should help fix your implants.
Are you serious? Yeah. Yeah, I can feel my nerves waking up. When Mercury goes down, Mum will lose her mind over this. Thank you.
No problem, Ella.
Goodbye.
I've got to go.
Thank you again.
Mercury. Sounds like a code name for whatever Knight's doing.
This will enable me to find any relevant data quickly.
Let's search Knight's console and see what she's up to.
It's time. Let's do it.
Security protocols breached.
Bring up anything tagged Mercury.
Files found. Mercury. A strike to prevent any future AI by destroying all quantum computers on the Nexus.
Ooh.
Damn it. You could use those computers to create AI, but right now they run half the station. A lot of people could die. We need to stop Knight. Now. But quietly. Okay?
Okay, so we got our one chance. Locate the Knight's EMP devices. Comms area. Yep, I was right. It does take me back to the Nexus. Perfect. Well, you know, that was our goal this entire time, so let's go do it.